Operators are symbols that tell the PHP processor to perform certain actions. For example, the addition symbol is an operator that tells PHP to add two variables or values, while the greater than symbol is an operator that tells PHP to compare two values. So in our example, let's take a look at how operators work in PHP. So we will create our PHP tags and let us create two variables. Let's say x, set x equals to 40 and y equals to, let's set y equals to 4 or 8. There we go. So first set of operators we look at are some arithmetic operators, and we can perform calculations within our echo statement and say x plus y, and let us copy this and we have access to all the different arithmetic operators, and we can do divide, and one I want to introduce us to, if you're not already familiar with it, is the modulus operator. So let's save this and run it and see what results we get. So let us refresh and click on operators.php. And of course, everything is jumbled on one line. So what I'll do is I will just comment out one at a time. Of course, if we multiply, we have to save first. Multiply, we get 320. Save, refresh. If we do a if we divide 40 by 8, we get 5. And let us take a look at this final one, modulus, and see what we get. So if we find the modulus and we refresh, we get 0. And the reason we get 0 is because when we divide 40 by 8, it goes into 40 5 times. So that's an even number of times that 8 goes into 40. If this, however, were 43, and we save it and refresh, we would get a remainder of 3. So modulus gives us the value of the remainder, right? So now we are familiar with what that does. So we have our arithmetic operators, and we also have our assignment operators, which of course this is an assignment operator, the equal sign, because essentially we are assigning the value of 43 to x. Okay, and we can also do something like this. We can create a new variable z and say z is equal to 43, let's say x plus equals y. Okay, so this is also an assignment operator. So if we were to output z, let us save this and refresh, we will get 51, because this is simply a shorthand version of saying x is equal to x plus y. Okay, so we can use the plus equal, we can use the minus equal, we can use multiplication equal and division equal, along with modulus equal. So we can use all the different arithmetic operators just like this. Okay. All right, so now we can take a look at some conditional operators. So let us remove some of this. So let us use var dump. And let us do a couple different ones. Let us say x double equals to y. And I'm going to copy this and paste a couple different times. And then we can say not equals. Then we can say greater than, less than, and we can also have not double equals and also triple equals. So let's go through them one at a time. So comment these out, save it, and what this will do, this will perform an evaluation that will evaluate to either a true or a false. So here we're checking to see if x is equal to y. And if we do a refresh, we see that we get a false. Okay, x is definitely not equal to y. Right? So this exclamation and equal evaluates to not equals. And of course, x is not equal to y. Therefore, it evaluates to true. Is x greater than y? Yes, x is greater than y. Is y less than x? So that evaluates to false. And here we have the not along with the double equals. So let's see what this evaluates to. We refresh it. It's true. And finally, we have the triple equals. And this evaluates to false. So it works just as the double equals would. The only addition is that this third equal sign also checks to see if it is of the same type. Okay, so these are just some of the comparison operators that we can use in PHP. So armed with this knowledge, we can write a short program that determines if a number is even or odd. All right, so based on everything we just looked at, we can now determine if a number is even or odd. So let me also remove this. So this is a program to determine if a number is even or odd. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to check to see if the number 43 that is stored in x is an even number or an odd number, and then we're going to check to see if y is an even number or an odd number. So the way we can do this, we can use our modulus operator that we looked at just a minute ago, and we can use that to determine if a number is even or odd. So pretty much if you divide a number by 2 and there is no remainder, that would indicate that the number is an even number. If there's a remainder, well, of course, that number is an odd number. So the first thing that we're going to do is create a variable to store the remainder. And we're going to say remainder is equal to x divided by 2. Not divided by, sorry. We need the modulus operator to determine if there's a remainder. right? Next, we can use a conditional statement and say if our remainder is equals 0, then we would like to echo the number is an even number, else we would like to echo the number is an odd number. All right, so with these few lines of code, we can determine if a number is even or odd. So let us save it and refresh. And we see here that the number is an odd number because, of course, if we do a var dump of remainder, we see that it has a remainder, or not var dump, sorry. Let's do print r. All right, we're still getting that there's a remainder there. Okay, so let's comment this out and let's substitute the x for y. And if we save this and refresh, we see here that the number is an even number simply because when we divide y by 2, it goes into it an even number of 4 times without any remainder. So this is how we can combine our arithmetic operators along with assignment and conditional operators to write a simple program.